So welcome back. In today's video, we are going to dive more deeper into lambda expressions. So in the previous video, we saw that you can use lambda expressions to functions like functions that have a void data type. But today we are going to dive more deeper and we see how you can use lambda expressions to other data types, integers, booleans, and others. So remember, the void data type does not return anything if you are to use it on methods, which is in this case what we used last time. But today we're going to use other data types. So I can take this back, can remove this. Let me take this back. I can say new, create here an instance. This instance is public void. Now this is what we call anonymous methods, an anonymous class. Sorry, public. This time we are going to use an integer, public int, which is like calculate calculator, which is taking in two arguments, the int, which is num1, and int num2. So we can have our method. This has to return. It is returning num1 plus num2. Yeah, just to note is that this method here, the one we have used, it has no, if you see up here, we are using show, and here we are passing in the A interface, we are passing the calc we are passing the calc method, meaning this has to change. Even this has to change, the show, and show is also taking in two arguments, which is num2 and num1, two arguments, meaning this has to change into an int data type, so that here down it's okay. And this, we have to use this calc method, and we have to assign two values. Let me say 5 plus 5. Those are the two numbers that we are passing. So these are some of the basic things that you can do. But now let us try to use lambda expressions. So what you can do, let me first compile this, and you see, compile Java, then main.java, compile and run. You will see that I'm able to print out, we are expecting a result as 10. If I'm not lying, yeah, we're expecting a 10 as an outcome. You can see that after creating an interface in this case, oh sorry, you're not getting a result. Why? Oh, we are not printing it. So instead of returning something like this, so I can say return and say int result. Let me save this into result, which is like n plus 2. Then in this case I can say return result in this case. So what I can also do is that system.out, this case I can say int my result is equal to, so I can now say system.out result instead. Yeah, because I didn't output something. So if I say we print out result and I compile and run again, you see that I'm able to access 10 in this case, which is our result. So that's something easy. We can do something like that. So what we can do is now try to use lambda expressions. So what I can do is that I want to simply, lambda expressions were released, or were released by Java in Java 8, simply to reduce on the number of code that developers write. So what I can do is that I can come here, first remove all this, being that I'm also removing this curly bracket also. I'll first remove this down, then I'll come remove all this, yes, remove all that. So I have something like this. So in this case, I'll do here, I'll say I want to use the Lambda expression. So something like this. So this is how you can use the return statement. So automatically after using this symbol here, the arrow symbol, you are meaning that this instance, the one that you created for this object here, the interface, it is having a method, but this method is taking into arguments as outlined in our blueprint, and it is returning a result. So what I can do is that I can take this back, yeah, instead of creating another variable in the memory, can just say return this. So you can see that we are reducing, and being that we are having one line of code. If you're having one line, you don't need the curly brackets, as I explained in the previous video. You don't need the curly brackets. Yeah, so you can do this. And the other thing is that if you're having like one single line in this case, even the return statement is not needed. So something like this, you can see that it is one line of code, but everything is nice and okay. So when I compile this and run, you see that my method is returning the addition of two numbers. My method is returning the addition of two numbers. So let me compile this again, and you see, compile and run. Hopefully everything is okay. It must be okay. And we have to get the 10 as an outcome. Yeah, it is taking a bit long, but we have to get the result. So you can do the same for other data types. Let it first finish compiling. You can do the same for other data types. As we are going to see, we are going to see the double, how to use the double instead of the integers. Yeah, this is taking long. Let's stop this. Hey, it does. Finally, you can see the outcome. It is 10, but we are using the Lambda expression. Without using the other long method, you can use the Lambda expression only by using these two arrows and passing in your two arguments and returning. But don't forget, our Lambda expression works with a functional interface whereby only one is required. One method is required in your interface. So let us try to use double. So instead of using int here, I would say double num1, even this change to double. Also this has to change to double, yeah. And being that we are dealing with our blueprint also has to be of double data type, and the same with the arguments. Double data type, something like this. So what I can do is that I can pass like 10.5, and remember the double takes the small numbers, and 12.5. Like let me say 0.8. Yeah, at least that will make sense. So let me compile this and run. We are expecting a double result. You can see that 23.3 is the result that we are getting. So simply, that's how you can use the function. You can use Lambda expressions. You have to make sure that the blueprint is one. The method that you are creating has to be one in your interface. In this case, it was the calculator, which was in an interface of A. And the calculator, we came down here. We created a new instance of this object. And in the new interface, we managed to access the blueprint, which is this one, the calc, and we managed to pass our two arguments, and we managed to return the result. In this case, after creating this, we managed to access and pass in the arguments that we wanted. Then we managed to output or print out the result. So that's simply how you can deal with Lambda expressions. Thank you.